Welcome back guys to another video, and today I'm going to show you how does my portfolio look like for 2018. So most likely I'm going to keep the same portfolio for the whole of 2018, and I expect my portfolio to go about 5 times X in Bitcoin value and most likely about 10 to 20x in the total US dollar value. So I expect it to go 5x in Bitcoin value because about 90% of my holdings are in altcoins, and those altcoins that I hold, I expect them to outperform Bitcoin by a lot. And if that happens, I'm going to sell some of them for Bitcoin, and then I expect Bitcoin also to go up from currently at $8,200 to about $20,000 or even $25,000 by the end of 2018, which would mean that my portfolio would go up something like 20x until the end of year. Of course, that may happen and that may not happen. My portfolio could be worth even less by the end of 2018 in Bitcoin and in US value, but it could also be worth a lot more. And we're just going to have to wait for about 7 more months, and we're going to see if I was right or if I was wrong. So let's get started with my portfolio. So I'm going to use Blockfolio on my phone, and I'm going to read you which coins I hold and how much of the total percentage of those coins I have. So the coin that I have the most is Zilliqa, and I actually have 26% of Zilliqa. 26% of my total portfolio, so this is the biggest amount of coins that I hold. So I didn't buy Zilliqa over here when it was about 4, 5, 6 cents. I actually bought it at 2100 satoshis, and right now it is at 1685. So I lost about 20% of my value, which I had about a week ago, because I felt for fear of missing out. And a good thing is that I didn't buy it over here at the top, which is about 2500 satoshis, and I bought it right here at about 2100 satoshis. So it could be a lot worse, but I still got a lot of time to wait and see what happens with Zilliqa. And the reason why I believe in Zilliqa is because they implemented sharding and sharding works for them. So they are the first one that implemented sharding, which could increase the output of the transactions by a huge margin. So right now Ethereum cannot even do 100 transactions per second, and Zilliqa right now can do about 3000 transactions per second, and they're saying that they will be able to scale that to even up to 1 million transactions per second. So if they get even up to 100,000 transactions per second, Zilliqa could go up a lot in price, but also, of course, it could not go up in price. But I believe in Zilliqa, and I think that they did a great job with sharding, and I expect a lot more from them in the future. So they're going to be one of the big competitors for Ethereum market cap, and Ethereum is currently at $68 billion, and if market cap increases to $1 trillion or to $2 trillion, then for Zilliqa to have market cap of about 10 to 20 billion dollars wouldn't be such an unimaginable thing to happen. So what is my next coin? I have 25% of Gladius coin, and the Gladius coin is something that maybe none of you have heard of if you're not watching my channel. And Gladius token is currently at only $7.5 million market cap, and I invested in that coin in ICO, and I bought some of the coins after the ICO. So the price for Gladius tokens was about $1 per piece, but it depends when you bought it. So if you bought the Gladius tokens at ICO, you got 500 of them per 1 Ethereum, and you got 20% extra for reward for participating in ICO. So I got 600 tokens per 1 Ethereum invested. And Gladius token will allow you to sell your internet speed, to sell your upload speed to get Gladius tokens, and the sites will be using Gladius tokens to buy that speed from you to protect themselves from DDoS attacks. So coin will have some value, it will have a reason to exist. It is not some kind coin that doesn't have any purpose. It will have purpose. People will use it to buy DDoS protection, and if they manage to get a lot of the sites to use Gladius token, then the demand will go up a lot because the total supply is only 14 million tokens. And with 7.5 million US dollars, if they can even get to up to like $50 million of total market cap, which is not a lot for coins today, a lot of coins can manage that, then I would be really happy with my investment in Gladius token. It will allow you to sell your upload speed for prices that you can check on their website, and those prices that you will be paid for your upload speed are really optimistic, so don't trust that. They're telling you that you will be making hundreds of dollars per month with some kind of normal internet connection that people mostly have, and don't expect that. You should probably expect like 30% of that or 20% of the prices that they are telling you that you will get, and even 20 to 30% of that would still be a great deal. So the next coin I have is NEM. So NEM is the most popular coin which I have. So NEM is at almost $3 billion market cap, and the only reason why I invested in NEM is because of the Catapult that they will be launching, and Catapult will allow for a lot greater scalability and for a lot more things to happen on the blockchain. I need to research NEM a little bit more. I got in NEM also because of fear of missing out, and currently it is at the same price that I bought it, so in the same price in Satoshis at least, and I need to research it a little bit more, but most likely I'm going to also keep the NEM because of the Catapult, which could increase scalability by a huge margin. And the next coin that I added most recently is High Performance Blockchain. Now this is not really popular coin, not in our markets, not in Europe or in US. It is most popular only in Asia. And right now I believe that this token or coin is currently at the lowest price that you'll be able to get it. So it has been at that price for a month at about 40,000 Satoshis per one high performance blockchain token, and the price is at $3.4. So they are telling us that they could make such a huge advances in performance that high performance blockchain could even do up to 1 million transactions per second, which would be the fastest coin on the market. So the way that they are planning to do this is by working together with special hardware and software, which will allow them to do those 1 million transactions per second. So to do this kind of transactions, you will need to have a specialized hardware that they already developed, and you even have pictures of that, but of course that could be fake. You need to have some doubt in everything that you invest in, and you need to do your own research. But they are also planning business plans with some of the biggest banks in Asia. And if that goes through, if they get a deal with UnionPay, which is actually bigger than Visa and MasterCard together, and if they manage to get a deal with UnionPay, then high performance blockchain could be insanely valuable. And the reason why high performance blockchain should have some kind of value is because if you want to run applications on high performance blockchain, you will also need to have those tokens and the specialized hardware. So you cannot run it just on the specialized hardware, you will need to buy those tokens, and the total supply will be up to 100 million high performance blockchains with a little bit of inflation. So inflation will be about 6% per year, which will be paying the fees for people when they do transactions. So 6% of maximum inflation. So to multiply these 100 million HPBs to 200 million, it will take about 10 years. So I believe in HPB. I think it has the biggest potential of my coins, and I expect it by the end of 2018 to be at about $2 billion market cap. Now that sounds insane, and it is really optimistic to think that coin will be worth about $70 then, and especially even if Bitcoin goes up, it could be worth $100 by then. Now, we will see what happens. I might look at these videos by the end of the year and think, why was I so stupid to invest in high performance blockchain? But I could also think to myself, why didn't I just buy more of those coins instead, maybe of NEM or Gladius tokens? But we will see by the end of 2018, and I have great expectations from high performance blockchain. So I have 11.8% in Bitcoin, and this is just the Bitcoins that I mine, and some of them I don't convert to other currencies. I just keep for security reasons some Bitcoin, because if other coins fail, I still want to have some kind of money left in Bitcoin. Because if Bitcoin fails, everything else is going down, and especially right now when the market is so new, maybe if Bitcoin fails in 5 or 10 years, then it shouldn't have such a huge effect. But right now if Bitcoin fails, it is going to be a disaster. So a good thing to always have some Bitcoin. So the next coin I have is 3% of Ethos, and I don't even know why I bought this coin. I just bought it from some of the profits that I got from mining, and I did a pretty big mistake with Ethos. I bought it about here when it was at $7 and about 55,000 satoshis. So Ethos has been doing a little bit better in the last month, but still nothing great. So I have 1.76% of Titanium blockchain, and Titanium blockchain I got it at a ICO price which was $1 per Titanium blockchain, and right now it is at only 30 cents. And you can see that I lost, well, not a lot of money on those coins that I have, maybe like that I maybe have like 1 or 2% of my total portfolio, but the coins that have been doing the best, I have the biggest amount of. So Titanium blockchain, we still don't know what this coin will do. They gave us great promises and we really believe them, but then they got hacked, and there is so much trouble that is happening with that. Even their Twitter account got hacked, and so much fear is spreading around on Telegram, and I could have just sold it over here maybe at 50 cents and take 50% loss, but right now it is so far away from the ICO that I'm just going to wait it until the end of year, or maybe even the next year if it just stays below dollar. So the last two coins I have are Ardor and ADA, which is Cardano, and I only have 1.18% and 0.5% of those coins, and this is just because I exchanged some of my mining earnings to those coins, and I don't really expect to hold them. I'm just waiting for them to maybe increase in the price a little bit and then just sell them, because especially Cardano is so highly valued right now that I don't believe that it will go so much higher, and because I only have like 1% of my total portfolio in that coin. So we need really Zilliqa and Gladius token and high performance blockchain to go up in price by the end of year, maybe a few times, and then if Bitcoin even goes up like 50 or even 100% by the end of the year, we will be doing really great, and hopefully we will be increasing our own farm, our own mining farm, from 14 GPUs to maybe even up to, I don't know, like 50-60 GPUs, which I would really like to set up a solar panels for that, and I have been asking questions about solar panels, but for my mining farm of 14 GPUs to be on solar panels, I would need to invest $12,000. So $12,000 would be for solar panels, for a battery, and for all the things that you need to have for it to work. So about $12,000 for that, and that would pay off in about 3 years, because in 3 years of mining I paid $12,000 for electricity for my farm. So if that prices really go up, we will see what we will do with those profits. I won't convert it most likely to fiat. I will keep it in those coins and reinvest it in some other projects. So let me know how does your portfolio look like, and of course don't tell me how much in dollars you have invested in your coins. Never tell that to anyone, but you can say I have 10% of my portfolio in that coin, 50% in that, but never tell anyone how much dollars in or coins exactly you have. Even if you have maybe like 0.05 Bitcoin, which you don't think to be valuable right now, it is still $500. That is still a lot of money to have, and that could maybe be someday worth $50,000 or $100,000, and then you could have some problems with people knowing that even now you had $50,000 in Bitcoin, and who knows how many more Bitcoins you bought from this point to going forward. So thank you guys for watching this video. Let me know what you think about my portfolio, and see you soon in another one. Bye.